I like it a lot.
Well, each of the tribes had to have a different feel, too.
Yeah.
So there was the one out on the plains where they were raising the animals,
Yeah.
and then his in the mountains.
Yeah, just create that from kind of scratch.
And then the main city that was very high-techy.
No Starbucks, though.
I know. That would be a deal breaker for me.
Now, did you like Shuri's role in Infinity? She was...
I was going to mention that. She's kind of...
condescending? Like,
yeah.
But I mean, Tony's always like that.
But she didn't feel that way. She was excited and earnest in... I don't know. It just feels like the Russos didn't quite understand all the tone of the different character groups from each movie. Yeah. Which is fair. I mean, they had a lot to juggle. It's just, if you've watched them as much as we have, it plays a little bit off.
And she was so cool.
I always felt that the Guardians' dialogue was a little bit off in the... I want to say Endgame, but it's Infinity War.
Yeah. But you didn't like when Drax was eating the crunchies?
No, that was funny. It's just sometimes their dialogue was slightly out of sync from what I'm used to.
And Gunn really has that particular vibe, like you said. All right, next.
Although he nailed Thor. I mean, I don't know how he did that, but...
Well, Thor... Hemsworth finally figured out Thor. I think Taika helped him do that. All right. Infinity War, we've talked a lot about that. Good movie. Thanos crushing people.
Yeah, I'm solid. There's no reason why.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be in the uppers. They juggled a lot. I mean, they should be commended for the fact that they pulled all of that off.
Yeah, really impressive.
It is. I mean, there are obviously missed beats, but who doesn't always do something a little wrong or miss, but overall, they get it right.
No, we're in the top 5, Meg.
I'm nervous.
5 is Avengers.
Oh. First Avengers?
Yeah, first Avengers. Marvel's the Avengers. We were just watching it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I'm reminded of a lot. I can't believe how long it is.
Yeah.
We're only in the middle of the up in the sky helicarrier battle.
They fixed that engine for about 30 minutes.
Jeez Louise, it goes on forever. And I was looking at you and I go, wait, don't they still have to go to Stark Tower and do the battling there in New York? And Tony has to...
With the CGI blobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's the fun part where...
Puny God.
They shoot the arrow and he catches it.
That's I think that's in my top 5 bits of all time. Because I wrote that in an article when, I forget what I wrote it about, but he shoots the arrow at Loki. Loki catches it, smiles, and blows up. That's a brilliant moment. And then, I don't know, I mean, the really good introduction, I think, with the characters. I think they earn...
Watching it now, you really already see the dynamics and the little teams and the factions that people had that are later going to be more present in Civil War. Mm-hmm. So you can see it now, whether they planned that. They probably didn't plan that. I don't know. But...
Speaking about wasted characters, you think Renner was wasted a little bit? Because in Thor, he's a glorified lackey. And then in this one, he's just an ice zombie.
Yeah, he can do so much more as an actor.
So much more. Yeah.
But I guess that's what you sign up for.
He was really pissed about it. That's why he had a bigger role in Ultron, because that was Joss Whedon's apology to him. All right, next. Thor Ragnarok. This should be 3. So much fun. This should be number 3. Right? The Revengers.
The what?
The Revengers. That's what they call themselves. Thor goes, the Revengers.
Oh.
And you got the Grandmaster. We've already touched on it.
It's so much fun. And the planet they're on is so colorful.
Get Help.
Oh, I love Get Help.
Yeah, it just, I think Taika Waititi, he didn't care. Like, I don't know if for good or bad, but he didn't care about the first 2 Thor movies. He killed off Ray Stevenson. He killed off Zachary Levi. Shazam! Yeah. Wiped him out.
He killed off the Thor's guys.
Yeah.
His team.
Sif wasn't even in it, though.
She was on weird. Vacation.
Yeah, she was chilling in Blockroide somewhere, planet. Coastal place, a lot of scotch.
Yeah, she went for a vacation. She's on a beach planet. Good for her.
Yeah. Cate Blanchett
was
crushing it.
Yes.
Hella good. Oh, right?
Yeah, no, she is just fabulous. She's got this vibe right from the beginning, and she's very cool, very interesting. Yeah, she's bad, but she's also cool.
What about Idris Elba being wasted in these franchises? He's Idris. He doesn't have much to do.
Yeah, but he's cool. I mean, I like his presence being there.
Heimdall.
He's formidable as Heimdall. You believe that he could be this gatekeeper.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I buy it.
I like Carl Urban in it as Scourge.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah.
That was going to be one of the side characters that... He doesn't quite steal the show, but he's very funny.
It's just a weird movie. The gladiatorial fights, the Get Help, the brother stuff.
Drunk Tessa Thompson.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then Hulk and Thor. And then Hulk and Loki had good scenes in Elevator.
Oh yeah, it's so funny. We're watching Avengers, the first Avengers, and there's all this banter back and forth between Thor and Loki about how much Loki just hates his brother and he doesn't like what comes after he sees lightning. But it's such a lie because they're so good together in Ragnarok.
They're buds. Number 3, Meg. Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Where did you have this on your list?
At the bottom or in the bottom 3? We watched it yesterday. I still don't get it.
I got messages from people that from various people like, what happened? Why is it Captain America? All right. I'm a fan of Captain America movies, but they get very angry.
I can see the case for the first Avenger.
Yeah.
It makes sense. This one, I just don't get it.
They get very angry, though.
They do.
I don't even want to say this out
unhappy.
in public because we just got probably 8 1-star ratings.
Yes. Unpopular opinion alert.
I mean, but I think though what this movie did though is it was kind of starting to find its own way a little bit after Avengers, and so it, you had Thor, you had Hulk, you had Iron Man 2, Avengers, and then you had Cap. It felt like a different kind of movie, a more grounded kind of movie. I think the Russos did a good job directing it. I like the Winter Soldier, even though, like you said, he's much cooler in Logan Lucky and the Bronze, Sebastian Stan.
I do. I prefer Sebastian Stan in his dry, kind of cheeky roles. He's so funny. He's funny in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Oh yeah,
He's a really funny guy, and the MCU does not utilize that.
I mean, I like seeing Frank Grillo in this movie. I love the elevator fight. I liked that was a fun brawl. I love a good alligator fight. Hey now, I love a good elevator fight.
I like Peggy's, what is she, her niece?
Yeah.
She's really good. I like her awesome moment at the
13.
end when she defends the computer guy.
Yeah, kicks his chair. Mm-hmm. But then he gets smoochy with her in Civil War. That gets a little weird, right?
All right. I need to say something about this. I noticed a trend with Cap having moments with Peggy where it's like, I'm going to miss her. She's dying. Or she does die. We go to her funeral. And then he's randomly smooching other ladies.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
He's smooching everyone.
He's got all the smooches, but he's supposed to be depressed.
But I love Anthony Mackie getting involved. He's good.
No, it's a really good intro for him. He's just kind of a regular guy, and then he sees what Cap is up to. He says, no, this is for me. I need to join. And then he actually gets outfitted in a cool outfit. No more dad jeans, and he looks really good.
Yep. And then, all right, so 1 and 2, Meg. Spider-Man Homecoming, number 2.
I am very pleased about that.
So, Spider-Man Homecoming, there's one person... So, this movie it had 111. That was from Adam Hodgins. But the rest of it were really... This is Sean Alvishire's favorite. Zach Beckler had it at 3. You had it at 3. Adam Clement of Batman fame had it at 2. Jay of Encino Man and Airheads fame had it at 6. Robert Lamb had it at 4. Norbert had it at 5. Mo Lightning had it at 8. And where did I have it? I had it at 6.
Disappointing.
But for 2, though, I mean, that's consistency right there for this movie. Because there's not a lot of bad things to say about it.
I can't. What's it? Can you think of a bad thing to say?
Keaton's great. He should be in it more.
Mary Jane's good. Fun story.
Zendaya.
After this movie came out and there was the whole thing in the Washington Monument, I went there and I was walking around it and it was closed for elevator repairs.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know. What do you think?
Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
See, I'm a Tobey guy.
No. Jake Johnson.
Yeah. In the Spider-Verse. Chris Pine?
Spidey.
All right. What?
What's the song? The Christmas song?
Oh my gosh.
Spidey Bells?
Yeah, we need to buy that. But this movie, I thought, Tom Holland's just a great. Marissa Tomei is so much fun. Happy Hogan's grumpy.
Tony's really good.
Oh yeah, he's
he
a
has
good
a
mentor.
cat t-shirt.
Yeah, he does. That automatically gets in the top 3. Mm-hmm. But it was just a different type of vibe. You got Ned, you got all that kind of different stuff. He's kind of learning how to be an Avenger. It had a good plot. And it's weird. It's probably a testament to him as an actor and the way they wrote the character. But he had a little bit in Civil War and you liked him immediately. And then this movie, you just like him more. And that scene in the car with him and Keaton, oofda.
I feel like you could just be friends with Tom Holland. Like, you could meet him and be his friend.
The one annoying thing about this movie, though, is that Bokeem Woodbine and Logan Marshall Green didn't have more to do. Logan Marshall Green's an upgrade, awesome actor. Bokeem Woodbine, Fargo, Devil, very good actor. I thought they were going to have characters. I thought they were going to have arcs, but they didn't. And it's depressing.
I think the only annoying thing about this movie is when he's going through the neighborhood running like to find those weapons, and it's clearly not in New York. It's a very Atlanta scene because they're going across golf courses and they were just in New York.
I love though they land
and these big houses with all this foliage around them. It is, I mean, if you're from Atlanta, it's a very Atlanta type of atmosphere, but
uber Atlanta.
It pulls me out of it just a little bit because I know where it was filmed, but I don't know. Maybe to other people it still feels like New York.
I love that golf scene, though, where he couldn't shoot his webs, so he just had to run. That's a good bit. If I wrote that bit, I'd retire on that.
I like the scene where he's trapped in the warehouse, and he's testing out all the things in his suit. And how, what does Tony call the program? Training wheels? Or
Yeah, training wheels off. But remember when he goes, how long have you been in here? You've been in here for 20 minutes. And he's like, what? It's a good bit. All right, last but not least, Meg. Drum roll.
What's it going to be?
The first and the best Iron Man, 2008. You know, it still has, if you combine its audience score and tomato meter score, it still has the highest out of every single MCU film.
It was my number one.
My number one. Oh, so right now, so it had 1, 2, 3, 4 number one votes.
Who gave it an 8?
Zach and Sean and Robert. I think Sean gave it an 8 to boost up a few of his.
Wow.
Yeah.
Disappointing.
Yeah. And then we're making up theories here. And then two people gave it 4. Mo Lightning and Adam gave it a 4. Jay so Jay's incredibly wise. He gave it a 1. And then Adam Clement gave it a 1. He's incredibly wise. John Levingood gave it a 1. David Cross gave it a 3. That's good. David Cross is wise. Norbert gave it a 6. 6 isn't bad. I think Sean played some math, some funky math in here. But that's why I like it. This is what makes this list good. Everyone's input. Right?
Let's not worry about our disappointments right now. Let's talk about the movie.
Iron Man 1.
I always, when people say the first Avenger, because Cap is titled that, I always get like, but the first Avenger for us in the MCU is Iron Man.
They took a big gamble. Jon Favreau directed this. Robert Downey Jr., he had done Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which was amazing, but he wasn't bankable yet. And then this movie just took off. He's
just so, that opening, I don't know, montage, whatever you want to call it, when he's in the Hummer, and it's just so much fun.
And if you buy his weapons, you get a free bar kit that's refrigerated.
Oh my gosh.
And just like, I love the introduction though. I thought Gwyneth Paltrow was good. For some reason, I never thought Jeff Bridges was that good, but he's very intimidating. He's
very good. He's very scary in that scene with, I always get stuck on that scene with him and Pepper where she's in his office.
Yeah. His jawline is sick in that. He has a jawline.
He's intimidating.
Yeah.
He's big and scary and bald and just...
He does look big and scary. I watch it again. He's much bigger and scarier than I remembered.
I don't think he's a short guy, but he seems big in this movie.
I like Terrence Howard.
I like how...
I love Don Cheadle. I'm glad he's in there, but I like Terrence Howard's dynamic in this film with Tony.
Oh, when they're on the private plane.
Yeah, and the dancers.
He's like, he gets in there like, we have to do work, and then...
They're drunk, and he's like, has his arm around Tony.
Yeah, he's telling him his feelings. I love how Tony builds an arc reactor in a cave.
Yep.
In mid-Asia. Because, what? So that to me is, if you say that someone isn't a superhero because they're not a god or they're not an alien or whatever, he's got a suit. His superpower is that he can create things. Him and Bruce Banner both. They use science to make stuff. So if you just put them out in a situation and you didn't have any fancy other superheroes, I bet you they could solve that stuff.
Cap didn't say, oh, you have all that money to build suits. He didn't go, oh, you were captured and you had shrapnel leaning towards your heart and you built a homemade steel machine. You were literally dying and you built an arc reactor to power your body and a suit and fly home. But whatever, no big deal. Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe the Tesseract was getting him annoyed. But this movie, though, when was the last time you can think of a character who just hit the screen fully fledged? Like, so when you see him and you meet him for 30 seconds, you know who this guy is. No, that's true. That's a tough question, but... And this isn't really part of this movie, but Iron Man has a good arc. He goes through this whole, superiority complex, and then his fall and his paranoia, and just, he comes back out of that. He has a real-life panic attack moment, which it feels real to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I can identify with that, but yeah, he is fully fleshed out, and but the true essence of him doesn't lose that in the movies either.
through the series.
He's just a good.